450 Enduro bike at close to half the cost of existing models. I got to ride this Chinese 450 recently. A Canadian guy planned to import these until he ran into a major issue that will be a stumbling block for China if they want to get into the Western market. More on that later. It's a copy of the 2006 Honda CRF450, an excellent bike in its day. It has been rebranded and sold under different names: the Asiawing Backfire, Heikon, Odes, Crossfire, MXR, and the Cristini all-wheel drive bike used this engine. Some say that Chinese can only copy other brands, not invent their own models. I beg to differ. Check out the new Wangchang Bakyu. 是吧？
干嘛去？上题。刹车不住了啊！
So this copy of the Honda looks pretty good. The finish isn't quite up there with Japanese and European bikes, but it's still better than I expected. And they even anodized the triple clamps and hubs. That has to be good for an extra 5 horsepower, right? Wrong. The engine is detuned from the original. They claim 43 horsepower, which feels about right. Personally, I think this is a good thing. It makes it more of a souped-up dual sport bike than a direct competitor to modern 450 dirt bikes. Good bottom end and mid-range power. It sings along at high revs, but just lacks that crazy punch of the typical 450 Enduro. The engine did bog at times with handfuls of throttle. Apparently the Mikuni carburetor did the same thing on the 2006 Honda. The Chinese copy is no exception. Honda fixed it back then by swapping to the FCR pumper carb. It's a pity the Chinese haven't followed suit. The suspension? Well, it did the job, but it felt mediocre. Pretty much what I expected from a copy of 2006 vintage suspension. It's still a lot better than, say, a DRZ 400, but way short of modern bikes. One review said the fork internals are all steel, which would explain the weight.
Not getting laid, running afoul of other riders trying to egg you on, feeling cooped up and peckish to rule the roost. You'll feel ultra cocky with our new chicken claw side stand.
The specs often claim only 105 kilograms. A laughable work of fiction, but then the Japanese and Europeans often lie through their teeth too. At other times, the specs say 120 kilograms, which I suspect is around the real figure. The brakes? The rear was okay, but the front, very mushy and weak. The owner said he would probably fit genuine Nissan brakes if he imported these bikes, as the Chinese copy was unacceptable. I agree. Some years back there was a decent effort here in Australia to sell these bikes under the Odes name, with decent brakes, hole and suspension, and I assume a pumper carb to fix that bogging issue. One of the magazines tested it in the grueling Fink race, the fastest desert race in the world. Often the fastest riders rebuild their engines at the halfway point because having the throttle pinned in top gear endlessly tends to kill motors fast. So they dyno tested their Chinese 450 before the race and after. Plus, they stripped the engine down to check for wear. Apparently, they were impressed and felt the Chinese had done a good job with this engine. Despite the issues mentioned, I am impressed with the potential of this bike. It's cheaper than a DRZ 400 and fills that niche between boring, heavy dual sports bikes like the DRZ and the expensive Enduro thoroughbreds. It's a good strong engine, the suspension is better than a dual sport bike, overall the bike isn't too heavy. And if they fitted a pumper carb and put on a decent front brake, then the major issues are gone. Sounding good? Well, the Chinese have gone ahead and shot themselves in the foot. Remember our Canadian guy who hoped to import these? He kept asking for proof that the factory owned the rights to reproduce the Honda design. The factory kept saying, yes, we own the rights, but we can't find the paperwork. This went on for months before they finally admitted they were making illegal copies. They did not own any rights to the design. I find this incredibly disappointing. The Chinese are gradually showing the sort of quality control needed to make a serious dirt bike, some more so than others. But clearly some factories aren't prepared to act ethically yet. This tendency to rip others off and not play by the rules will make it much harder for Chinese companies trying to do the right thing and become serious competitors on the world stage.